Hey, it's May, and I live out of my 2013 Nissan Altima named Mars. And I know you guys have been looking and searching and like, May, when are you going to come out with another video? When's another video coming out? And I'm kind of going to use this video to kind of explain what's been going on in my life, and just some random mishaps. Someone told me that I need to vlog since I'm not good at making videos. So I think this is going to be a vlog. So if you don't want to hear me talk, then, you know, I guess go watch some of my other videos. But if you want to hear me talk and learn some things about living in my car that I learned over the last year, then be sure to keep watching. And if this is a video that you like, please like this video, comment down below, and subscribe to my page. That way you are notified every single time I upload a video. And I promise you that will be more often. First things first, I'm going to answer the question of, do you really live in your car? Everyone keeps sending me messages like, are you really living in your car? Like, for real living in your car? And the thing about this is I go through imposter syndrome, right? And I talked to my therapist about it, and I'm going to give you guys a definition of imposter syndrome. I might put it somewhere on the screen. But imposter syndrome, also known as imposter phenomenon or imposterism, is a psychological experience of intellectual and professional fraudulence. One source defines it as the subjective experience of perceived self-doubt in one's abilities and accomplishments compared with others, despite evidence to suggest the contrary. So, the reason why I haven't been uploading videos as much, and the reason why videos aren't coming out, is because I've been feeling like I've been dealing with imposter syndrome, where it's, do I live in my car? Yes, I 100% live in my car. And so my main thing is that I don't have a physical address. I have a P.O Box and a P.O Box only that I've had for the last year. And when people ask me how, like, have I really been in my car? And I'm like, yes, over the last year, I can say that my primary dwelling has been inside of my vehicle. However, with that being said, I will say when people ask, I've seen you at hotels, I've seen you at your friend's house, I've seen you at your sister's house. Yes, you have. And that's because I did not plan to travel with the seasons. And honestly, that would be like my #1 tip. Like, the first thing that I need to do better at when it comes to living in my car is planning to travel with the seasons. Now, I won't leave completely in the winter, or I won't leave, honestly, I might leave completely in the summer, but I won't leave completely in the winter because I have a snow dog. And that's the #1 reason why I haven't been in my car this summer. You see me in hotels, you see me at my sister's house, you see me at my best friend's house. And that's because I'm going to list them real quick. You ready? #1, it's hot as fuck. Hot AF, okay? It was real temp of like 105, real temp of like 123. That's not for me, okay? #2, my dog is a snow dog. I don't know if y'all ever seen how much fur Piper got. Insert picture of my beautiful dog here. But she's not meant to be in really hot weather. And dogs can actually have heat strokes. So if it's not safe for my dog to be in the car, then I am not going to jeopardize her life just because I want to be camping. You know what I mean? It's just, I just wouldn't do it. I have asthma, I have lupus, so not only is it not safe for my dog, but it's not safe for me. And the main thing with me traveling in my car is safety. And when I don't have AC in my car and it's hot AF outside, I can't be in here. And that honestly is one of the things that I had to learn when it comes to like this whole imposter syndrome thing, is that no, I have not been in my car maybe for a cumulative maybe month and a half that I've been physically, you know, inside of a house for days at a time. Probably a month cumulative in this last year. And I feel like during those times I'm doubting myself, because I'm like, I can't really say I'm living in my car when I've been inside the house. I can't really say that I'm living in my car when I'm staying at a hotel. But the fact of the matter is, I very much still live in my car. All my shit's in here. And honestly, speaking of it being hot as fuck and not being able to travel with the weather, and also living with imposter syndrome, I will say that when people ask me, like, what's the biggest thing that you've learned over this year of being in your car? And honestly, the biggest thing that I've learned is that the internet is cruel. Like, people on the World Wide Web are just, they're mean. People are mean. Other things that I've learned during this time is that content creating is not easy. I thought that I was like, I'm going to record myself online and I'm going to, you know, go big on YouTube and I'm going to get all these views. But the fact of the matter is, content creation is a lot of work. It's a lot of work to think of ideas. It's a lot of work to plan it out. It's a lot of work to record yourself, especially me. Like, I look a mess today, and I had to convince myself to record this, because if I don't feel 100% myself, then I don't record. So actually finding the will and the drive to just record and then edit those videos, and then editing takes a long time. Depending on how good your editing skills are, editing can take a long time. And then once I've done overanalyze it and listen to my voice and watch me edit it and all this stuff, from that point, now I'm like, well, now I don't know a good day to post this. Should I wait until Thursday to post it? Do I have to wait until Saturday? Oh, I can't post it the same day I edited it. I should post it the next day. Or what about the next video? And then it comes down to me having all these great ideas for videos, all these videos that are recorded, and all these things that I want to do that now I'm not doing. I have a whole planner where I plan things out, and I feel like I need to sit down and actually refocus myself to get back into that mood to where I can start planning out my content. Because I feel like planning out my content and planning out my videos was also take me back to that whole planning out where to travel so that I can travel with the weather. It's like all these things lead up to each other. And I just really need to mesh them all together. Also, I've learned how to read a lot of road signs. I knew how to read road signs, but there's road signs that I've never seen before on like the West Coast that like I've only kind of like heard about in driver's ed, I guess. So like now I'm seeing like signs for that. Like I'm seeing sign for elk, and on the East Coast we don't have sign for elk. I'm seeing signs for cows. I'm seeing 80 miles per hour speed limits. I'm seeing tumbleweeds coming across the road. I'm seeing high winds, low winds, swaying, winds, inclines, declines, like everything. And I starting to read the signs more while driving. It's been kind of fun. I like learning things. So yeah. I will say also that over this time of being in my car for a year, I have grown a whole lot. Like my agoraphobia, my social anxiety has gotten so much better. I remember the first time I went into a Panera Bread and actually ordered my food and sat down with my food and my dog and just sat down, ate, and did work on my computer. That is not something that last year me would have been able to do. And I can honestly see my growth in my mental health. I am, like, of course, medicated. I still see my therapist. I still see my psychiatrist. But just overall, knowing and realizing that what brings me peace is being on the road, being in the middle of nowhere with a whole lot of open space, preferably up against a body of water. That's what brings me peace. That's what gives me my serotonin. That's what pushes me to actually get up and do stuff and not just mope around. Like being in one area and one space, I feel like I can get very complacent. But if I'm in a place where there's openness, there's wide open skies, there's a body of water, there's just tranquility, I'm more likely to be productive. And I feel like that's something that living in my car has taught me. Now, I will have a video coming out that kind of goes through the things that I've gotten from my car that I feel like I can't live without living on the road. I will go through things that I really want from my car. And the last question that I want to answer is, where do I see myself going? And if I want to continue living in my car, and do I think I made the right choice? And 100% yes. This is the best choice that I can say that I've made in my life in my last 32 years. I think I'm finding myself. I think I found pieces of myself that I didn't know existed. And I'm living the time of my life. I am ready to jump into this next year living in my car, full head. I do have some things that I do want to change up and do differently. For example, I really think I want to upgrade my car. I do love living in my Nissan Altima, but I want something a little bit bigger with a little bit more headspace, being that my front seat is the only place that I can really sit. So I kind of want to do that. I'm looking at a minivan, so if anybody sees any good minivans around, let me know, preferably one with all-wheel drive. I do need some other things fixed, like I need a solar power for my EcoFlow so that I can charge more outside. I want to figure out how to get a little bit more water inside my car. Right now I keep about 3 gallons. Well, I'll say 2 gallons is typically what I have. So I want to figure out that, and also a better workspace. But again, a better workspace would come when I get a better vehicle that has more headspace that I can work and record and take pictures and do all the other stuff that I need to do to make money. So besides work, working is easy, but yeah, so that's where I see myself going. I 100% love this life. I don't see any regrets. I see lots of more adventures coming up this year. This was my first year and this was my test run, and I think I did a pretty good job. I've learned a heck of a lot, and I'm ready to use the things that I've learned this year to continue van life, car life, living on the road, nomad. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling because you guys have listened to me long enough, but I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Again, I will try my hardest to better at videos and get more videos out. I have a bunch of ideas in my iPad that I need to put into play. Thank you guys so much for being here. And if you made it to the end of this video, please leave a rose in the comment like this. And leave a rose in the comment and tell me your favorite place in your town or city or state or that you've been to watch the sunset. Leave a rose and tell me where you like to watch the sunset. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like this video, comment, subscribe, share, and welcome to the MaeDayy tribe. Thanks, guys. Bye. Fly in here. I fucking hate flies.